Hi guys, this is Oshi and this is gonna be the weekly well-being reading, which if you haven't watched any of them yet, it's about picking, so to speak, by cards an energy to work towards well-being over the week or when you're watching this. And how I do it is picking one oracle card as the main energy, main focus area, two tarot cards, one for what to do to support it and what not to do, to hinder it, and then another oracle to see what's in below it, what's in the background. That was the word I was looking for, to see why are these things happening at the moment. And I'm supposed to post the spread that I posted on my website in the description down below, so if you want to recreate the reading you can do so, and hopefully this is going to be helpful. I kind of enjoy doing them, so hopefully you guys are enjoying watching them. So for the main area I'm using the Field Guide to Garden Dragons, because dragons. And I wasn't kind of sure if it would be raining again or not, so I stayed inside for this one. Let's see. Seriously, so when I was pre-shuffling the deck, this was the card that fell out the place, because I was like, if something like this would come out, should I read the guidebook? But then I was thinking about, but place, it's about our place in the world, in our exterior world, not inside, but it could be. But I feel more like this week it's about how we perceive ourselves in contrast to other people, what we think about ourselves, as in if we found our place already, or we're struggling because we're trying to find that corner where we fit. Because if you think about broccoli, I love the illustration. Broccoli is not something that a lot of people like. It's you either hate it or you like it. And funnily enough, we had broccoli this lunch, today. So I'm kind of feeling the connection here. And with broccoli, I think most of us like that when we grew up. If you don't immediately love it, you actually dislike it and you don't want to eat it, but you have to go through experiences with food to realize that, hey, it's a good thing, or you just don't like it, but you have to give it a chance to see how is it in relation of you and your true self. And I think that's place means in this regarding the well-being reading. Because it's not easy to find your place or to know that you're in the right place unless you do the work and you know yourself enough. Because sometimes you're in a situation or in a how to say this, all words. I have the words, I just can't find them. So you're in relationships with other people, in a place in your life where you think that, hey, this is something that should be working for me. Like I have everything that by the books would supposed to make me happy, but I'm not happy. And then you realize, because there's nothing wrong with the people or the job or the place where you live in general. It's just not suited for you, and it's hard to find. Sometimes it's hard to realize that, that what you're supposed to be and where you're supposed to be in your life is not something that most people want, for example. I'm kind of, over-explaining this, I feel like, but I hope you'll get what I mean. If you don't, please ask, because I'm more than happy to, clarify in writing, because I'm better at writing, I think. Okay, so for the do we have the 5 of Swords, and interestingly for the don't do it's the 9 of Cups. So the 5 of Swords, I would say it's easy. Don't give in to petty selfish things this week, because I read the Five of Swords as being selfish and doing things that we know it's not good for, you know, not even for ourselves, but most of the time, not for other people as well, but most of the time, even if we think that, hey, I really want to do that, and it's just, you know, I'm not gonna tell other people that I'm doing it because they wouldn't understand that it's good for me. Usually it's not good for you, because when people do something out of selfish reasons, that's hardly ever lead to anything fulfilling or happy. And if you look at this, especially in regards to place, doesn't it feel like, you know, that no one is, I mean, the fox and the, is that a chicken? It's a chicken. They are not in their element, they are not at their own right place, because the chicken is out and the fox shouldn't be where people are not like that. And that's why, you know, there's conflict. So we can get into conflict because we're not in a right element. So it's very important this week to avoid these fights and don't give in to them, you know, don't do something selfish. And the Nine of Cups is interesting because this is the emotional fulfillment card, so to speak. This is the place where you're able to be grateful for what you have. You don't ask for more, but if life gives you, you can accept it, because, you know, you're in that grateful, calm, happy, fulfilled place. And it's interesting that we got this as a don't do, because maybe, I think what I'm feeling is we should, you know, wish for more. So this week is not settling. Yeah, that's gonna be the one, especially with the Five of Swords. Doing things the right way, not doing it, you know, selfishly, finding ourselves and our place, but not settling for something that's, you know, full of conflict, because this is not a happy place. And if you look at this right now, I feel like with the roses are growing here, which, you know, can be, there's beauty and everything or whatever, but I kind of feel like that there's a fence and we're locking ourselves in if we, you know, settle for this place. So yeah, don't settle. That's not an easy thing to do, because when you're faced with a choice that actually regards the way of life, or, you know, how you perceive yourself, those are usually big ones, big questions, and not that easy to just flat out say that, like, I'm not going to do that because blah 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 blah, because you need to be careful, you know, to not lose something in the process. But let's see why all this is happening. And that we got a lot of new life in the past few readings, so I'm still think that's the overall energy, that there's a transformation going on in the collective. I mean, if we can get one card, that would be lovely. And we have the Fates. I love this card, it's so beautiful. So yeah, it's pretty much just that something divine, something fated, something that was meant to happen is happening, and that's what is in the background. That's why all of this is going on. And also it means that we're protected. So these changes that we're facing, that we need to make, because these are decisions that we're making, these are choices that we're making. So, you know, it's not like someone else is choosing this for ourselves, but they are definitely coming from the higher ups, and it means that they are supporting the efforts. So it's pretty much just means that if you start walking on the right path to find your own place, life is going to shift around you in a way that it's going to support your efforts. No one is going to do the work instead of you, but you know, to be honest, it's not even good if someone else is doing the work, then, because then it's not yours. The result is not yours, and you're not going to feel the satisfaction that you could get out of it if you know, did the work. So yeah, this is our well-being reading for this week, and I think it's a very important one. And like I said, it doesn't have to be for the week if you watch it later, because to be honest, you know, these readings can be timeless if you want them to. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and if you're watching this on Monday, then please join me in the evening for a live stream if you want to. But yeah, thank you so much. Bye.